Hello and welcome to the Genuine Learning blog. My name is Melissa Galasso, and today we're going to talk about a recent release from the AICPA. It is the 2023 National Management of an Accounting Practice, or MAP survey. And this is done every other year, usually, obviously, during COVID, a little bit of an anomaly year. But this is an interesting survey because it does help firms sort of compare themselves to other firms. It is done in a way where the AICPA gathers information from different firms, and then if you participate, you can go in and do all kinds of cool stuff with the data and kind of do a comparison, but they still release a report for even those firms who don't, or people like me who have an interest in seeing what's going on in the area. So if you participated as a PCPS member, then you can obviously use the survey platform to filter and adjust accordingly, but we're going to talk a little bit about what some of the big picture outcomes were from this stage. And so this had participation from small firms to big firms, and it was issued in October of 2023. And they had it open for a pretty long time, from mid-May until mid-July. And when we look at this, they collect information, financial organization, staffing, as well as other things for 2022. So again, while they're collecting this information, it is based on 2022. And as I said, 1,100 firms participated. So they do have a nice wide range. 62% of them had been in business for more than 25 years, so some longevity there. But 72%, interesting, had no plans to change their footprint. And I think that's an interesting sort of statistic as we go through this. And so we're going to take a look at some of the big picture key metrics here and kind of hopefully encourage you to take a closer look, because they do break it down by size and various items within the survey report. But we're going to focus on just some big picture items today. But if you are interested, you can obviously take a look a little bit closer. So as we go through this, some of the important metrics that we should be looking at, the median total net client fees for all firms jumped to 9.1%. And that's not surprising. We've heard across the board it's costing more, right, for our staff, and therefore net fees obviously is going up. And the year over year gain at least doubled in all but one of the categories, right? So as we look at this, this was a big increase over prior years. And billing rates were up over 16%, and over 60% are still billing hourly for services, so not using value billing, still charging per hour. And that's an interesting look. There's a lot of statistics that they look at about value billing and other billing opportunities there. In terms of salaries, I thought this was very interesting. The median annual salary for a new professional was $50,000, which is up from $45,000 in 2020. I will tell you across the board, though, when I talk to firms, there's a wide variety. Again, this is a median, which means it's the middle number. That means half the numbers are below and half the numbers are above. It is not an average. I always remind people of that. An average would take all of them, but then outliers skew it. So they say, okay, which is the middle number? The problem for our profession is if we take that same median annual salary and we look at other educated professions like engineers, that would be $75,000, and just business grads in general is $62,000. And so it makes it very hard for us to compete for talent. And so if you haven't heard about the pipeline challenges, you must be living under a rock because I can't go anywhere without talking about pipeline or talking about some of the issues. And obviously the AICPA council meetings have been dominated by that. So again, we know that we have an issue here. We're trying to figure out how to solve it. As part of this, the AICPA is looking at how can we be more strategic as firms, and they have released a new tool. So they have a strategic planning tool, and you can go to the website listed here and looking at your business model, and they're trying to provide more management of accounting practice support as we look to how the future is shaping our firms today. And so as we look forward, what are the social pressures? What are the people pressures? What are the pressures that are just out there? How are they shaping firms? And what is the firm of the future going to look like? And so this is definitely something we talked about at council, how they want to provide more support and to provide more tools. And so if you are paying attention, PCPS is really trying to help. And so this is just an example of a tool that kind of came out at the same time as this. All right, so hopefully you found this interesting enough to go take a closer look. Again, this is obviously copywritten and AICPA content, so we don't want to take too much away. We did look to see what they had released through Journal of Accountancy articles, etc. So what was already public information to share with you. But we do encourage you to take a look if you work for a firm. How are you doing comparatively? And in the future, encourage you to participate. And so this way they have a wide, diverse range of people who are participating so that they can get the information that they need to get the best medians out there. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope to see you on a future vlog. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.